Hello guys, I'm your friend and FSSAI guide Sagar Shirke. Sign in and thank you so much for watching this video. And I'm your host and दोस्त सागर शिर्के FSSAI guide. तो चलिए आज हम शुरू करने वाले हैं एक नया टॉपिक दैट इज द कंप्लायंस गाइडलाइंस गवर्नमेंट ऑडिट्स एंड FSSAI BIS एंड ब्रीच रिपोर्ट्स। तो आज हम इसके बारे में जो पूरी इंफॉर्मेशन है जानकारी है वो आज हम लेने वाले हैं। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। कंप्लायंस गाइडलाइंस इन फूड सेफ्टी। तो देखिए, फूड सेफ्टी कंप्लायंस मींस यू विल नीड टू keep accurate logs of everything you do. That includes tasks, checklist, temperature, logs, ordering, histories, employee record, and corrective actions logs for the times when things just don't go as planned. ठीक है, तो वो आपको रिकॉर्ड में रखना होता है. That is the compliance guidelines in food safety. Then देखिए, what is the major laws? The Food Safety and Standard Act 2006, the Food Safety and Standards Rules 2011, and reverse regulation, namely Food Safety and Standards Licensing and Registration of the Food Business Regulations 2011, Food Safety and Standard Packaging and Labeling Regulation 2011, Food Safety and Standard Food Product and Standards Food Additives Regulation 2011, Food Safety and Standard Prohibition and Restriction on Sales Regulation 2011, Food Safety and Standard Contaminants and Toxins and Residues Regulation 2011, Laboratory and Sample Analysis Regulation 2011. These are the major laws as per FSSAI. Then compliance as to registration licenses. So what are the compliances? So देखिए, who requires licensing and registrations? Any person carrying on the business of manufacturing, packing, sales, storage, transport of food is called food business operator. FBO. All FBO requires either a registration or a license under the Act to carry on businesses of manufacture, packing, sales, storage, transport of registration. All food manufacturers are required to register themselves with the registration authority by submitting the application for registration in Form A under Schedule 2. Then continue. That is the serial central license authority grants license to following food businesses like all FBOs, including relabelers and repackers, falling under the requisite criteria. All importers and 100% export oriented units. Then all FBOs manufacturing any article of foods and FBO operating in 2 or more states. In condition of license, the all food businesses operators shall ensure that the following conditions are complied with at all times during the course of its food business. Display a true copy of license granted in Form C shall at all time at a prominent place in the premises. Inform authorities about any change or modifications in activities. Employee at least one technical person to supervise the production process. Furnish periodic annual return 1st April to 31st March within 31st May of each year. Give necessary access to licensing authority or their authorized personnel to the premises. Then sanitary and hygienic requirements. That is the premises to be clean adequately and lighted, ventilated, floor walls, ceiling to be sound conditions. Layout of the premises should be such that there is no cross contamination. That means as per GMP. Premises to be kept free from all insects. Pest control hona chahiye proper. Water used in manufacturing, food handling and washing, processing, cooking to be portable, मीटिंग BIS स्टैंडर्ड्स. ब्यूरो ऑफ इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड्स जो है वो मीट करने चाहिए. वर्कर्स टू हैव फिंगर नेल्स ट्रिम्ड, कट किए हुए होने चाहिए, क्लीन होने चाहिए. सेग्रीगेशन ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल्स, processed, rejected, recalled products, suitable marking, and FIFO, first in first out norms to be followed for raw material, ingredients and finished products. ठीक है, तो ये सब sanitary and hygienic requirements होने चाहिए. And also well equipped modern lab to be in place within the premises. Periodic audit as per SOP to check compliance. Pest control system to be in place. Food material to be stored in pest proof containers above the ground. Records of pesticides and insecticides used along with dates of frequency. Food handlers to be provided with the protective clothing, head covering, face mask, gloves, footwear. Provide training to food handlers in food hygiene and food safety. and special hygiene and sanitary requirements, that is the slaughterhouse, catering, food services. So these are the special categories. Okay, ensuring food safety best before date and expiry. So best before in date, the date which signifies the end of the period under any state storage conditions during which the food shall remain fully marketable and shall retain any specific qualities for which tacit or express claim have been made. Beyond that date, the food may still be perfectly safe to consume. True, though its quality may have diminished. However, the food shall not be sold if at any stage the product becomes unsafe. The expiry date, the date which signifies the end of the estimated period under any stated storage conditions, after which the food probably will not have the quality and safety attributes normally expected by the consumers, and the food shall not be sold. Then, ensuring food safety. Claim. Claim means any representation which states, suggests, or implies that a food has particular qualities relating to its origin, nutritional properties, nature, processing, composition, or otherwise. Then, food safety guidelines. What makes microorganism multiply and spoil food? So आपको मालूम मालूम है कि जो ग्रोथ स्टेट होती है माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म की, तो वो स्टेट फाइव ये माइक्रोऑर्गेनिज्म को मल्टीप्लाई करती है एंड फूड को स्पॉइल करती है। ठीक है, एंड लाइक मोस्ट लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स दे नीड फूड, वाटर, वार्म टेम्परेचर एंड टाइम टू ग्रो. So there is a particular time and particular temperature and water that requires to that organism. Types of claims. A condition for using a specific word or phrase as part of claims, a brand or fancy name, trademark. Claims for the use of natural, pure, fresh, premium, finest, best, authentic, genuine, traditional, and original. तो these are the claims. ठीक है, तो कंडीशंस फॉर यूज, और इसके बारे में हमने काफी सारी वीडियो पहले से ही बनाई है, जो वो कि अगर आपको नेचुरल क्लेम करना है, प्योर क्लेम करना है, फ्रेश क्लेम करना है, प्रीमियम, फाइनेस्ट, बेस्ट, ऑथेंटिक, जेन्युइन, ट्रेडिशनल, ओरिजिनल, तो इसके लिए काफी सारे लॉस है, काफी सारे उसके अंदर टेक्निकल व्यूज है, तो उसके बारे में भी हमने इसी वीडियो पे, इसी चैनल पे हमने डिस्कस किया है. प्लीज लेट्स वॉच दैट वीडियोस. शॉर्ट वीडियोस है, तो आप काफी अच्छे तरीके से समझ जाओगे कि व्हाट इज एग्जैक्टली claim standards क्या है. Then conditions for use of a nutrient content and nutrient comparative claims and their conditions. तो देखिए, low or reduce energy, low fat, fat free, low cholesterol, cholesterol free, low saturated fat free, trans fat free, rich in MUFA, PUFA, source of omega 3, FA, source of protein, source of dietary fiber, low sugar, sugar free with no added sugar, source of the minerals and vitamin, etc. Okay. Food law regime. Food Safety and Standard Act 2006 (FSSAI) overrides all other food-related laws which were in force prior to 2006. It specifically repealed following 8 laws: the Prevention of Food Adulteration 1954, FPO 1955, MFPO 1973, Vegetable Oil Products 1947, EOPO, that is 1998, solvent extraction oil or de-oiled meals and edible flour, that is 1967, milk and milk product order MMPO 1992, and Essential Commodities Act 1955. तो ये regime है जिसको combine किया गया है in 2006 FSSAI Act. Food safety audits and review process. तो देखिए, food safety audits, देखिए audits are the crucial components of maintaining food safety standards and certification by providing transparency and assurance that the standards are being maintained. These transparency increase the collaborative capacity of stakeholders across the supply chain and enhance safety and efficiency. Auditing does not just have to be just a necessary component of certification or businesses. It can also be a great opportunity to drive value within your organization. ठीक है? Then standards based food safety audits. देखिए, with supply chains becoming increasingly globalized and complex, the need for standardization internationally accepted. Food safety plans grew, and in response to this need, the Global Food Safety Initiative (GFSI), the international committee formed in 2000 May, and coordinated by the Consumer Goods Forum, created the system whereby certain food safety schemes are benchmarked against safety criteria. Certification to a GFSI recognized global standards such as FSSAI to 22000, SQF, or BRC gives assurance to customer the specific food safety and quality guidelines are routinely attended, aside from increasingly the efficiency of transaction in the supply chain. Food safety certifications also increase the cost efficiency of the food safety audit process by following and allowing businesses to consolidate numerous and costly supplier audit into fewer standards based audits. Okay. Food safety audits principle. What is the role of the food safety audit? The guarantee product safety to issue a certificate to confirm that a supplier is complying with an external standard SQF, BRC, FSSC, and they provide supplier with access to one or more retail markets to verify that supplier food safety management system is effectively implemented and capable of providing safe. So, okay, so this is the role of food safety audits. Then food safety audits. देखिए, audits are the crucial components of maintaining food safety standards and certification by providing transparency and assurance that standards are being maintained. This transparency increases and collaborative capacity of the stakeholders across the supply chain and enhances safety, efficiency, and continual improvement within individual organization. There are numerous reasons why organizations conduct food safety audits. For instance, auditing in a required component of becoming a certified to a standard. Some other reasons to conduct audits include that is the evaluation of the management system and management priorities, commercial objectives, supplier evaluation or consumer requirements, incident of other facilities and regulatory or contractual requirements. Then standard-based food safety audits, that is with supply chains becoming increasingly globalized and complex. The need for standardized, internationally accepted food safety plans grew in response to this need. The Global Food Safety Initiative (GFSI), an international committee formed in May 2000 and coordinated by the Consumer Goods Board, created a system whereby certain food safety schemes are benchmarked against specific criteria. Certification to a GFSI recognized global standards such as FSSAI 20000, SQF, or BRC gives assurance to customer that specific food safety and quality guidelines are routinely attained, imperating a beneficial stance in the marketplace. As a trusted source, aside from increasing the efficiency of a transaction in the supply chain, food safety certification also increase the cost efficiency of the food safety audit processes by allowing businesses as to consolidate numerous and costly supplier audits into fewer standards based on the audits. So this is the requirement. ठीक है, तो ये based on audits ये सब decide होता है. Food safety audit and structure in which audits can be classified in the three ways based on the auditor auditee relationship. That is the first party audit. So what is the first party audit? That is this type of audit is a self assessment to internally verify and procedures and management strategies reflects the requirements of a standard and reflect business objectives. Internal audit को ये कहा जाता है. Then second party audit, that is also known as the priority audits. A primary organization evaluated a performance of a supplier और कॉन्ट्रैक्टर. जो आपके कॉन्ट्रैक्टर है और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, बाकी जो आपको माल सप्लाई करते हैं, तो उनको उनके साथ किया जाता है सेकंड पार्टी ऑडिट. ये भी नियरली इक्वल टू इंटरनली होता है कि आप इंटरनल जो आपकी सिस्टम होती है वही आपका आप जाके आपका उनका ऑडिट करते हो आपके सप्लायर का. देन थर्ड पार्टी ऑडिट, दैट इज इंडिपेंडेंट ऑडिटर from outside the organization conduct audit often for purpose of certification. That is अगर FSSAI का है तो FSSAI का ऑडिट करने के लिए थर्ड पार्टी आती है. GMP, ISO, GFSI, FSSC जो भी है आपके पास सर्टिफिकेशन है आप क्लेम कर रहे हो, तो उसका सर्टिफिकेशन का जो ऑडिट है वो करने के लिए आती है कि आप GMP स्टैंडर्ड फॉलो कर रहे हो कि नहीं, ISO स्टैंडर्ड फॉलो कर रहे हो कि नहीं. तो वो करने के लिए लोग आते हैं, उनके थर्ड पार्टी ऑडिट कहा जाता है. देन फूड सेफ्टी ऑडिट its a process regardless of whether it is conducted by a first, second, and third party. Is generally comprised by five steps. That is the planning, execution, corrective and preventive actions, verifications, and audit evaluation. तो ये जो फाइव स्टेप्स है इन्हीं के ऊपर फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड पार्टी का ऑडिट है वो कंप्राइज किया जाता है फूड सेफ्टी ऑडिट. देन look at this point as a food safety audit steps, that is the planning, execution, corrective and preventive actions, verifications and audit evaluation. So these are the food safety audit steps. Then steps देखिए planning. In planning, food safety audit planning should start with a clear objective. For instance, the main objective of the food safety audit may be to evaluate the management system, or it could focus on a specific product or product line as requested by a customer. Other priorities may include increasing efficiency and continual improvement, and fostering a sense of ownership and participation throughout the organization. Based on your objective and scope, there are three types of food safety audits. That is, you can see that is a focused. This type of audits targets a specific area and may be conducted in response to a specific customer request, in response to an incident at another facility, or to conduct a pre-assessment of particular parts of the management system. Then random sample. These types of audits lends itself mainly to spot checks or follow verifications of corrective actions and provide support to problem or high risk areas. Then process department. That is, these type of audits provide a greater depth and aid in the identification of trends and root cause analysis. Root cause analysis helps you to identify risks at the source and understand how they proliferate throughout the process or facility. A deep understanding of a risk requires an evaluation of all the various interlinkage within your system and the collation and analysis of food safety audit data. And it's important to achieve long-term corrective action. Then step two, that is the execution. Execution. Audit provides a real-time assessment of the status of your operation and quality management system, more than looking at the safety records and historical statistics. And food safety audits look at the problem that may be fermenting now. They can be proactive rather than reactive, looking for areas where you can implement preventive strategies in addition to reporting. Finding can bring value with improved efficiency and avoidance of future problems. Okay. Then is the step three, that is the corrective and preventive action. If look at this point, that is the capturing information with the proper documentation and problem description provides actionable response and timely corrective actions. So it is important to develop a formal process in which a responsibility is assigned and workflows clearly defined. More in-depth assessment can be afforded by a root cause analysis in which data is collected over time to identify trends and facilitate long-term solution rather than a quick fix approach. Ask yourself, what is the real issue? Information should be communicated to everyone that is involved with the process, and they should understand their corrective responsibility. Again, and opportunity exists to enhance buy-in and ownership among employees. Detailed documentation and supporting follow-up monitoring data should be routinely captured to assess the success of corrective and preventive action. Then verification. This portion of the audit assesses how well corrective and preventive actions are working and whether they are achieving their purpose as laid out in the management strategy. Then the person who conducts the food safety audit should not be the same person who come up with the corrective actions to add an added level of impartially as well as a fresh viewpoint. Increasing the depth of your verification can be achieved by reviewing all of the collective outputs of a given action, as well as conducting mini audits and follow-up interviews. Then audit evaluation. Auditing your audit process is not a reorder. It's actually one of the most important part. Are you confirming with the objective? And the food safety audits schedule are resources being used efficiently. Is there commitment on the part of management to push for implementation of corrective and preventive actions? Then the continual evaluation of the food safety auditing process will help ensure audits are deriving value. The question should always be asked, how can we make our audits more effective? This continual loop of feedback serves to strengthen your food safety audits and in turn your organization as a whole. Okay. So this is the audit evaluation. Then you can see here are the few steps that you can follow to help you achieve a successful audit. That is the review your basic food safety knowledge, ensure compliance with all prerequisite program, prepare your HSCP and HARPC plan, review your food safety and management plan regularly, review documentation and files, use checklists to finish tasks, perform an internal audit, and orient and train your team. Okay, so these are the few points that you can achieve with the help of your successful audit. Then, any food safety audit will cover the following food safety areas, like a food safety management system. This area involves how you conduct and monitor your operations and ensure that everything follows food safety standards. It also includes proper documentation of your resolution in case of dispute, breach of standards, and other non-conformities in your food safety plan. Food storage. Storage of the raw and finished goods has varying standards that equally need to be monitored. Proper storage conditions ensure that you are using safe raw materials and that the integrity of the shelf life of your finished products is maintained. Food preparation. They keep this key area of food safety audits is quite broad. It includes food handling practice such as proper segregation of raw materials. During preparation, proper cooking out to the correct internal temperature, correct thawing of frozen foods, and even the use of gloves or hand washing during preparation. तो ठीक है, तो these are the food safety audit will cover the following areas. So ये areas भी आपके cover किए जाएंगे. Then the sanitation and cleaning, foodborne illness are usually caused by the lack of proper cleaning and sanitation practices, such as this area is considered a key section of audit safety, food safety audit. It would include having properly installed hand washing facilities, proper sanitation equipment, and supply of hot water for cleaning. Of facility design often neglected. The design of your facility contributes to the safety of your operations. Auditors often check the presence of a drainage, the presence of the chipped paint, and even the layout of your operation areas. Waste management, including a secured and a working waste management system, ensure food safety audits and customers alike that your food businesses is operating cleanly and is contributing to the operation to the protection of the environment. Then employee hygiene. One of the major section of a food safety audit is how your employee conduct themselves during of your operations to minimize the risk of food consumption or contamination. Employee hygiene pertains to the cleanliness of your employee, their proper attire and hygiene practices such as hand washing. ठीक है, सो ये फैक्टर्स है जो काफी मायने रखते हैं आपकी जो ऑडिट है उसके अंदर। जो आपका गवर्नमेंट ऑडिट्स है या फिर सर्टिफिकेशन ऑडिट्स है उसके अंदर ये सारे पॉइंट्स है वो काफी मैटर करते हैं। तो इसको आपको फॉलो करना है एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वाचिंग दिस वीडियो एंड आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड कि आपको कौन से पॉइंट जो है वो कवर अप करने हैं और कौन से पॉइंट के लिए आपको तैयार रहना है। तो ये था कंप्लीट वीडियो अबाउट द कंप्लायंस गाइडलाइंस एंड गवर्नमेंट ऑडिट्स एट एफएसएसएआई, बीआईएस एंड ब्रीच रिपोर्ट्स, जो फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड पार्टी ऑडिट्स है उसके अंदर क्या क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स है, कैसे करने हैं। एंड आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग। एंड मुझे काफ़ी फास्ट फास्ट ये कवर करना पड़ा बिकॉज मेरे पास टाइम बहुत कम है और सामने वाली जो हमारे ऑडियंस है उनको कनेक्ट करने के लिए हमें फास्ट फास्ट करना पड़ता है ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा नॉलेज जो है उनके पास जा सके और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कनेक्ट हम बना पाए और काफ़ी लंबी वीडियो ना बने, इसलिए हम काफ़ी फास्ट ये वीडियो कवर अप करते हैं। एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो एंड आई एम योर होस्ट एंड सागर शिक, एंड प्लीज लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब दिस चैनल। थैंक यू सो मच। प्लीज लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब।